Hey guys, so I noticed in this last lecture that when Sam hit the play button, his character was in the default aim animation, aim iron size animation, so it was not this idle one, it was the one that the AIs use when they're shooting at you. Whereas for me, I was using this normal idle animation, right? So this basic little thing. But I took it as a sign to do a little mini challenge, which is that I wanted to achieve the fact that when I hit the right mouse button, I want him to be aiming, right, down the iron sights. And if I was not pressing the right mouse button, I wanted him to go back to this idle position, and I did achieve that. And the way, as you can see here, and the way that I achieved that is by doing the following. Oh, also, you can actually shoot the gun so you're going to place the shoot animation correctly, which is really cool. And you can shoot them. And another thing is that the enemies have red health bars, whereas me, the player, has a green health bar. And I'll show you how I achieved all of this right now. So the way I achieved this was I created an input binding in the case of the aiming down the iron sight. So I went to input, and then I went to obviously so the project settings input, and then I created an action mapping, which was aim sight, which I set to the right mouse button, and then I went into the blueprint and I mapped out this aim sights. So when pressed, it just sets a boolean that is called player aiming, and when released, so when the right mouse button releases, it sets to false, right? And I use that over in the animation. Here, in the animation, I just set it to, I use it to check in the, right, blind character state, right? Now I use like two booleans to check. I check if he has an enemy, so this is for the AIs, or I also check if the player is aiming, so if he's pressing the right mouse button, and if he is, then we have that aiming variable is true, so we want to play that aiming animation. And for the fire, I mapped out the fire action, which is just that I set the shoot variable to true when pressed, and I fire the gun. And when released, I just set it to false so that it stops playing the animation and does not fire the gun. Now for this thing, I still need to fix the fact that I can't shoot continuously, which is not that great, but there's math involved there, which I need to figure out, and it's 2 in the morning, almost 3 in the morning, and I'm tired, and I've been fiddling with this a long time, with this little mini challenge, right? Um, but yeah, so the end result was that I can now either aim or just like run normally or aim, and I can shoot. And the beautiful thing is that I can also shoot from my hip. The bullets are kind of wrong in the space. There's a spacing issue, like this space that the projectile derives of, or is relative to the song. Because you can see that's kind of close to the iron sight. If you look a little bit to the left of his left arm, the little tiny projectile. Yeah, and that's okay. And the health bar, so the way I achieved the health bar was that I created a function just for binding the health bar, and I switched to an event possessed. So basically what event possessed does is that as soon as your pawn gets possessed, you get a reference to the controller possessing it. I then cast that to an NPC AIBP, and if the cast is seated, I set the bar color to red, and this is just a linear color. And then if it didn't, that means that he is a player character, and this is probably gonna need some refactoring later on, but for now it works. If it didn't, then that means he's a player control character, and his bar color should be green. And then I execute this bind health bar, which is just setting all the things the health bar needs. we get the health bar, we get the user widget object, we cast the guard health bar, then we set the actor reference, which I spoke about in an earlier video, and then we set the bar color, right, which is linear color in the health bar, which is publicly accessible. And this bar color, I mean, this should be from the BP. This is actually from the BP down here. This is not the bar color from the widget. This is just a bar color that I set here to set it over here, and then just pass it into the guard health bar to set it in the bar color for the health bar. So in the health bar, what I did was I took this health bar, I created a binding to the color. I just get health bar color, and in the graph, all I do is that I just set this bar color variable that I'm setting over in the BP, and that gives it its color. So either green or red for enemies. And I also have a neutral color, which is yellow, which I can set for like a different type of class, maybe down the line or whatever. But yeah, and the end result was just this beautiful thing, which it took me like 45 minutes, which is that we have a green health bar for our players and a red health bar for an enemy, and we can aim down or not, or yes or no, or yes or no, or yes or no. And we can shoot from the hip, or we can shoot over from the other side. And yeah, it was really fun to do this little mini challenge, and when I finally got it working, I was super happy. And I hope this helps you out if you're kind of wanting to do this but don't know how. And I gotta say, I'm really liking blueprints because I can like map things out pretty quickly and get them working fast. And in blueprints, I can just iterate faster because I can just like not worry about C++ compile time, but I just compile on my blueprint while I can test out a feature or something. But I can definitely, like at this point in the course, I could definitely move all this functionality to C++ if I wanted, but I'll just keep it in blueprint so I can actually finish the course and not get stuck on feature creep things. So in Blueprint I can do them faster, but in C++ it would take me a little while by compiling, testing, making sure it works, and all that good thing. So yeah, that was my little mini challenge, and I hope you like it.